But I've been involved with AIDS now for 28 years, and I've come through the epidemic and seen a lot. I've seen where everybody was dying, and I've seen through where the meds became available, and people now are living, which is, my eyes have really been opened a lot. I'd like to take a moment to remember all the people that got us to where we are here today. And a lot of them were here that are not here today, but did so much. And I would like to just take a moment of silence to remember all those people, because I had the privilege of knowing those people and seeing all the hard work. Even though you saw Ryan's name on the Ryan White Care Act, all the work was really done by a lot of other people. So could we have a moment of silence, please, for all the people who are no longer with us? I want to start out by saying my name is Jeannie White Gander, and I'm the mother of Ryan White, but I'm also the mother of a beautiful daughter, Andrea, who was very much a part of the story, but was a lot of times left out of the story. Our story is just one story out of this AIDS epidemic, and many more need to be told. As a mom, and that's all I am, is just a mom, losing a child is the worst pain any mother could go through, and everybody told me it gets easier. It doesn't get any easier. You learn to live with it because you have to, not because you want to. In 1984, my son Ryan White was diagnosed with a misunderstood disease called AIDS. He was one of the first children and first hemophiliacs to come down with AIDS. And at that time, there was no education on AIDS, and people thought you had to do something bad or wrong to get the disease, otherwise you didn't get it. We definitely felt the discrimination that the gay community would, how they were being discriminated against, because we were definitely treated the same way. People kept saying, well, he's had to done something or bad or wrong, or he wouldn't have got this disease. People at that time, because there was no education, people believed kissing, tears, sweat, and saliva spreaded AIDS. And people commented all the time about fleas and mosquitoes. How do we know that AIDS isn't transmitted that way? So it became quite an ordeal for our family. Ryan, though, when he was finally able to leave the hospital with AIDS, I tell you, as a mom, every cough, every fever, you worried about whether it was going to be the last, because they only gave him 3 to 6 months to live. And as a mom, and watching your son just stay at home, do nothing but watch I Love Lucy and Andy Griffith on TV, it was just so sad to think that he was just waiting to die. So when he called me at work one day and he said, Mom, I'm just so bored. He said, Mom, he said, I can't understand. He said, I can't do anything. He said, will you see what you can do? He said, you know, maybe if I could just visit some of my friends at school, he said, I'd be all right. He said, they have pizza on Friday, and I really like the school's pizza. He said, maybe if I just visited my friends, I'd be okay. So I, as a mother who wanted her son to live and have some kind of hope, I called the school and seen if he could go maybe just visit. Mr. Colby told me to call back after spring break. I called back after spring break, and he said, have you talked to the local Board of Health? I said, no. He said, well, there's been a lot of restaurants that's been complaining